I'm going to make a wonderful soup that celebrates winter veg. This soup is packed of carrots, onions, ginger and celeriac. And just to accentuate the sweetness of the carrots, I'm adding apples, which is a little bit unusual for a soup, but trust me, it works. So first of all, I've got a big pot here, and I'm just going to add a good glug of olive oil. You could use a bit of butter for this, but I'm going to stick with some extra virgin for this. And we can add our onion. I'm just going to dice this. It doesn't have to be in small pieces because I'm just going to allow this to cook really gently and slowly for a while on the heat. So in with those onions, I'm going to season it with a little bit of salt here. And we just want them to start sweating off and releasing some of their flavour. With this ginger is just gorgeous. It's so young, so I'm going to put a good amount in it. And in winter, when there's flus going around, ginger is fantastic to add to your soup. Now, I'm just going to run the knife through it a few times. Again, really rough. And that can go in with our onions. Okay, now for the carrots. Now I've got quite a lot of carrots here. We want 800 to a kilo of carrots. The big ones I'm just going to cut straight down the centre, and we're just going to cut them into chunks like this. That's a big one too, so we'll cut that. What I love about this soup is the sweetness, like I was talking about before, but also the hint of warmth from that ginger and the nuttiness of celeriac. Now that the carrots are in there, we're just going to give this a quick toss. You can see we're getting a small amount of colour on those onions. So now we'll add our celeriac. We're going to season it with a bit of salt, and I'll turn it down. Now for this amount of veggies, we need about 1.5 litres of stock. I don't want this to be a really thick soup, so make sure that you put enough liquid in there. So we just want it to cover. And I'm using veggie stock today. You could use chicken stock, and you could also use water. Water will work perfectly for this because there's so many flavours in these veggies. So now I'm going to peel the apples and I'm going to add them to the soup. They don't take long at all to cook, but in total, we want to cook this soup for about 40 minutes or until all those vegetables are really tender. Now that the veggies are cooked, I've turned off the heat, and now we can blitz this soup until it's really smooth. Right, that's perfectly smooth, and have a look at that colour. It's so vibrant. You know that this soup is really good for you. So let's serve up a big bowl of this yummy ginger, apple, celeriac and carrot soup. You know, it's not your average carrot soup. It's really interesting because as soon as you taste it, you taste all of those individual characteristics of it. Now, just for a garnish, I did say that you could eat the celeriac raw, so I've just finely chopped it, and just as a garnish, I like to sprinkle it just to one side, and a little bit of apple too for some crunch there. And I love my soup to have a little bit of cream, why not? A small drizzle just around, and a good crack of pepper on top. Let's have a taste. That is just so good. You know, that's a carrot soup with a twist. It's fun, and you know it's really, really good for you, especially in winter.